Hello and welcome, my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to your timeless work, career, and vocation reading. I am your reader, Mark-Angela Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, author of 2 books with a 3rd one on the way. The first one is called Spell Ingredients. The second one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available, so I put a link in the description box so anyone can click it and preview it for free and see that it is primarily divided into chakra chapters. This is a chakra-dense read, so you might find it helpful. The original version of Words of Grace, which we had to seriously edit down to make it all fit on Kindle, is available somewhere, and that is on patreon.com/Drawing the Circle in our digital shop, as well as the only place at the time of this recording to find my first book, Spell Ingredients, although the new website is being worked on as we speak. It'll be on there eventually. I love the digital shop. The ebooks are there. I've got audios and videos that have free previews that anyone can check out at their leisure. Some of my subscribers get those audios, videos, and ebooks automatically depending on their level of subscription, but all of my subscribers, and I love this part, get 3 benefits in common: a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning. It is one of my favorite things to do. They get all the extended readings, all the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship-oriented, as well as they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session of reading or a spiritual counseling, half and half. We could do both at the same time. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. If you want more info, you can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. Just dip a toe, become a free follower afterwards, or shift to a level of subscription that tickles your fancy, and I love it. So click the link and check it out and come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lions, Mark-Angela Lyons, but you can just call me Mal. Hey, Geminis. Ooh, there's a lot going on in Gemini right now at the time of this timeless recording. So let's do some explanation for the new Geminis and the cross-watchers, and we'll get into the divination. Welcome everyone new to my channel. We are going to do what's called the 3 levels of power reading, looking at your life purpose through the lenses of work, career, and vocation. And there is a link in the description box to a YouTube video by Caroline Myss, M-Y-S-S. She is a PhD, author of Sacred Contracts. This is her archetype deck, which will be our first card down. That indicates the spiritual alchemy, the soul power that you are working on, whether you are aware of it or not, to alchemize your shadow to light, your lead to gold, shifting you from pain to peace, from toxicity to health, and from fear to love, to help you fulfill your life purpose through work, career, vocation. I love the 3 levels of power. Work, career, vocation is just one way of looking at it. So we will get one of those. These are usually 3. I've had to kind of shorten these readings a little bit because I'm really busy taking clients and getting my brand new house, at least to me, together. So we'll get one of those Caroline Myss cards, and we will get 3. That's the 8th chakra, that one up there that acts like a satellite, sending down the codes to all the other chakras, shifting what we attract and what we repel, so that we have the opportunity to no longer delay that which cannot be prevented. And what we came here to do in our life purpose, we will get 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot, face down, not past, present, future, but work, career, and vocation. It's really like putting your life purpose through a prism, seeing it in these 3 levels of power. So this will take care of the chakras, crown, third eye, throat, and heart, the internal feminine energy, hence the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. We will look at the lower 3 chakras, the masculine yang dynamic, you looking at yourself from the outside, maybe you from the inside looking out at people, places, and things that you have relationships with. And because it is a cross-watcher reading, mirroring is often a thing, and this is the Mythic Tarot, one of my favorite decks ever. That will take care of all of the chakras from 8 to root. We will then get a whisper from the Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield. Ganesha is the elephant-headed Hindu god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, so who couldn't use that kind of guidance and grace in their life purpose? And we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra, and I have said it before and I will say it again, air signs have an edge with mantras, affirmation, breathwork, anything involving the element of air and thought, and that takes care aware of what we're doing here. So it's 9 cards in total, 1 Caroline Mace, 3 Daughters of the Moon, 3 Mythic Tarot, a Whisper of Lord Ganesha, and a healing mantra. Let's do this, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and as a Virgo myself, I will do everything within my power, and it's only what's within my power, to help anybody do what they came here to do in this lifetime, because as one of us moves forward in that process, we all move forward as the unity that we are. Remember, it's called the illusion of separation and the truth of unity. That's enough. Let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. Still point. And thank the gods for air conditioning. Pantheonic override. Still point. A place for everything. And everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, 1 card in clarity, please, to indicate the dominant archetype at work in the 8th chakra for the Geminis and the cross-watchers, indicating the alchemy from shadow to light, from lead to gold, shifting them from illusion to truth, from pain to peace, and from fear to love for this timeless work-career-vocation reading. The vampire! Okay, here we go. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, or be dealing with someone who has an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Regardless, it's still your lesson. Written on the card here, on the vampire, there's a wild card family archetype. They don't always look like vampires in order to be vampires, and as I read this, I think you'll agree. The shadow attribute written on the card indicates the lead. 3 symbolic atoms that lead has, that gold does not, that have to be surrendered, transformed, forgiven, I just say alchemized. So, I also have a video here on YouTube called Vampires and Witches, which I made back in 2016. I really need to make a new one once I get in front of a classroom of people again, because it's the questions that really make it happen. Yeah, if I can, I will try and remember to put that in the comment section. So, the shadow, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining and codependency. Ooh, wow, man, I really can sense that when it is going on. When you say to someone, well, what if you tried this? No, it won't work, right? Because they're draining people by complaining. Now, there are 2 types of vampires in my experience. One that's aware of it and one that isn't. The one that isn't aware that they're draining people, they're in a healing process. That's okay. But those who know that they are doing it, that's a narcissist. It just is. And remember, vampires can't see their own reflections. You can point it out as much as you want. They won't take it. The light you are shooting for, this is what I call the vampire hunter or the vampire slayer, depending on whether you want them in your life or not, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Now, look, my dad, a Gemini, born on Flag Day. Look who else was born on Flag Day. You will see I incarnated specifically for this time era. Man, woo, was he a vampire. And yeah, he bit me when I was a kid. Not literally, but symbolically, right? So, of course, I had a season of my life that was a vampire because I didn't know any better. I was a kid and an adolescent in the 80s of all things. So, I am extremely aware when someone is trying to drain me. So, you remember that everybody who has the vampire archetype, reason, or season, or lifetime can become a Van Helsing, if they so choose. Or a Guillermo, if you want to go there. Oh, God. I love what we do in the shadows. Okay. I have a thing for Nandor, as does my mom, but I think that's sort of a moot point as to who's going to get him, because, he's married and British and lives in England, so whatever. Shall we? Let's get the next 3 down. These will be going down face down, as well as will the Mythic Tarot. Then we'll flip them over. Work, career, vocation. Please take a nice deep breath. The deeper the better. Still point. My goddesses override. Oh, a place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, please, 3 cards in clarity, face down, work, career, vocation, for the Gemini Collective and their cross-watchers. What's going on? Heart, throat, third eye, crown for them in their work. what's going on, heart, third eye, crown, for their career, and what's going on in their vocation for this timeless work, career, and vocation reading. Let's get these three face down and then we'll flip. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My God's override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved gods, one card in, three cards face down in clarity for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross watchers. What's going on lower three chakras, outside in, inside out for the Geminis and the cross watchers in their work. Same thing, please, for their career and for their vocation for this timeless work, career, vocation reading. Let's look. Well, you got a major arcana card on the inner and a minor arcana on the outer. So in your work, heart, third arcana, remember, the vampire archetype, hunter or drainer, you do you know you better than anybody else does, one would think. We've got Shakti, the life dancer. When it's a major arcana card, it covers all of the chakras in that zone. So heart, third eye, crown, you have completed something inside of you in terms of your work. It's the card of the world or the universe. Now, Shakti, S-H-A-K-T-I, if you Google that name, it is technically the name of a Hindu goddess. You'll also see that it's an energy, right? Like Shakti energy. So a lot going on there. And in your lower three chakras, you have got the Two of Pentacles. Two always represents a choice that needs to be made. Not a life-changing decision necessarily, but the Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity has come, like a seed of earth, right? Something in the physical world here that you may be chewing on or juggling. Certainly second chakra is indicated here, right? Two of Pentacles. So really pay attention to your second chakra intuition. It speaks in grunts. It goes, or So ask it yes or no questions. It does take a while to learn the language because you can force the answer to what you want. So it takes quite a bit of practice. It took me years to master that. But also pay attention to what's going on behind your eyes, or heart, third eye, crown. Maybe you've completed something and you're not so sure you want to share it, right? Or tell anybody, right? That could be a wise move, yes or no, depending upon your situation in a general read. Now that's your work. Work is your survival, how you survive in the world. Let's look at career, your passion and your thirst. Ooh, wow. Okay, you got another two here. Now I would say this is very throat chakra. Two of flames. Willpower. Will I or won't I? Do I spit it out? Do I swallow it? Do I chew on it? This feels like a chew. So your Two of Pentacles choice here is absolutely influenced by what's going on in your passion, your hunger, and your thirst. And you have the free will to express this or not, right? Spit, swallow, or chew. But what's lovely about this, the minor arcana card of the Ten of Cups. This is Eros and Psyche. It's a wonderful myth, a true love story, but this is a work, career, vocation read. So this might be your cups overflowing and whether or not you want to share it, particularly if you're dealing with a vampire. Because here's the thing about vampires. They are bubble poppers, right? Do not hand your bubble to bubble poppers. Do not hand your dreams and aspirations to a vampire, right? Because they will pop that bubble. They will do everything that they can to sabotage that. Even just being shady, right? Oh, I was just kidding. No, you weren't, right? Vampires are known liars, right? Like they're pretending to be mortal. They're pretending to be alive. So if this is you as the vampire, do understand there's a huge opportunity here, because where do vampires bite? In the throat. So the throat chakra here. Now, I learned a long time ago as a vampire healer slash hunter, slayer, sometimes too, that, you know, it is my free will as to whether or not I want to play. And you can't drain the ocean. So if you think of this Ten of Cups as this ecstasy, this bliss, this is the true love card for me when I read. This is the overflowing. So, you know, if you are dealing with somebody who's codependent, right? Constantly complaining, always trying to bring you down. Bruce, don't bring me down, Bruce. Some of you will get that, some of you won't. ELO, EIEIO. Then this is really about expressing unconditional love, and maybe from a distance, right? The best way to burn a vampire is speak the truth, right? Just throw them out in the sunlight, and vampires always die screaming. Just saying, right? All right, very powerful here. Let's see what's going on. Wow, I got a lot of major arcana. I got, well, at least 2 major arcana cards going on here. We'll get to that one in a minute, because in your vocation, which is your spiritual calling, you've got the 3 of Blades. West, it's a 3 of Swords, but it's not a card of heartbreak. Not here. This is a maiden, a mother, and a crone meditating in the desert, most likely Egypt, because we got the pyramids and the Great Sphinx there, focusing their energy, and that is the key word given there. I would say definitely third eye, if not throat chakra as well, to really get to the heart of the matter. If you want to Rider-Waite Tarot, 3 of Swords, that to kind of bring your mind into focus. Now, Aquarius is fixed air, Gemini is mutable air, always constantly shifting and changing. I'm a Virgo, mutable earth sun sign, and a Pisces, mutable water moon sign. I was born on a full moon. It's a good part of my next book too. So definitely perhaps going in and getting really, really clear about what your spiritual calling is in this life, your vocation, because you have everything that you need to deal with this with the Magician. Again, major arcana card covering the lower 3 chakras. Absolutely pay attention to what you are feeling in your lower 3 chakras, because there is an alignment and a new beginning here. Now, considering you have completed something on the inner in your work, here in your vocation, you are maybe perhaps ready to lay aside a situation that drains you. Because remember, a situation can be vampiric, right? It does not necessarily have to involve other people. Again, a general read. You do the best that you can with that, which is why I prefer one-on-one reading, so we can get down to, what this is about. But this is Hermes. Hermes is one of my gods of Gemini. I mean, Mercury, Ilegua, Thoth, he's taken many names in many lives, the thrice-born, etc., the Emerald Tablets, and all of that. So you definitely have the power to deal with this, but there's always, as far as I can see in these work, career, vocation, 3 levels of power readings, one that has leverage. And I'm going to say, though, you have choices here to make in the physical world with your work, and internally about what you want to do with your career, particularly if your heart is flowing and open, the 10 of Cups being like, oh, this feels so amazing, then certainly this one does feel like your leverage, because you have all the tools for a new beginning here, but there really needs to be a focus on, is it in alignment with the truth of who you are, your higher self, your spiritual calling, your vocation, and all of that. Oh, very, very interesting read, and not really a predominance of elements here. I mean, you got 2 major arcana, right? The Magician and the Universe. You've got the 2 of Flames. I'm not seeing any other fire here. You got one. So you got fire, earth, air, water, and spirit all in one reading. Pretty good. All right, that takes care of the chakras from 8 to root. Let's get a whisper of Lord Ganesha and ask him how you can remove the obstacles and have some more success and prosperity of whatever this is about. Please take a nice deep breath. I've worked for vampiric corporations. That's why I've been self-employed since 1998. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ganesha override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Lord Ganesha, one card in clarity, please. The perfect and precise guidance here, an oracle message, loving, empowering, and wise, to assist the Gemini Collective and their cross-watchers to alchemize the vampire in the 8th in this work, career, vocation reading. Revelation. Uh-oh, Piscadios. Now, revelation means something that was hidden has been revealed. And by the way, very, very much happens sometimes within us more than without, the outside part of it. Card number 15, I'm just going to read a little bit from the bookie book here, because this is very well written. I really like Angela Hartfield's work, and this one isn't even really long. Ready? Well, get ready for key changes in your external and interior worlds, and we see that with the major arcana on the inner and the major arcana on the outer. You have come to the end of a cycle. There it is. You've come to the end of a cycle, and it's time for you to create something new. There it is. Through this card, Ganesha is indicating that it is time to break down some of the structures that you have created in your world. This has the potential to feel painful and challenging if you resist the process, right? You don't want to swim against the current. It's exhausting, and the current will take you where you're going to go anyway. This revelation coming to you may relate to your ego and your illusion of separation from others, which is what vampires don't get, that we are all one, E equals MC squared. So what they do is they pass on the pain. That's what vampires do, right? They get bitten, they bite somebody, and on and on and on it goes. Particularly codependent patterns, right? Everybody has to deal with them, but not everybody has to live with them, right? You can absolutely transform this. You will develop a new perspective on things, and your revelation will help you grow stronger, wiser, and more composed. You might encounter some challenges along the way, but these are necessary for your spiritual growth and enlightenment. Honesty will bring about a positive change, even if you experience some pain and anxiety through the process. And look, that's why vampires burn under sunlight. Truth, right? As long as they can have their illusions, as long as they can project their illusions, their lies, illusions, deceptions, and delusions, they stay empowered, but only because they are draining horizontally. They can't take the chi and the prana in like someone, let's say, who's healthy, right, to just fuel their nervous system, right, keeping the chakras going. So there is a huge opportunity for transformation here, but something will be revealed. Something that was hidden will be revealed, hopefully the truth, right? Once you find out a vampire's childhood, it tends to make sense, and then you can bless from a distance, right? You don't have to always be up in their gig unless you're a therapist and a healer, and that's the work that you're doing, which could very well be this as well, because how many counselors are dealing with vampires, known or unknown? Okie dokie, last card down, the Matt Kahn healing mantra, the voices of the ascended masters. Please take a nice deep breath. Last card down, still. Ascended Masters override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all that belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved is Ascended Masters, just one card in clarity, please, the perfect and precise healing mantra to assist the Geminis and their cross-watchers in alchemizing the vampire, removing the obstacles with revelation, with the universe and the Two of Pentacles in their work, the Two of Flames and the Ten of Cups in their career, and the Three of Blades with the Magician for this timeless work-career-vocation reading. Cultivating Courage. Did someone get this one? No, close, but no cigar. Cultivating Courage. I love this one. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. I have had these cards since they were published by Matt Kahn, I think 2018, so I know all the mantras. I just don't know everything written in the bookie book, because I don't have that kind of memory capacity, thankfully. Right? I might forget to scoop the litter for the kitty cats if there's only so much room. So, the mantra, and try this one on for size. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. So when we don't know what to do, like whoever got a gold star for not knowing the answer, right? So we can really beat ourselves up, particularly, well, one thing, read Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield, how people drain energy. That fourth chapter is a big deal there, the competition for energy. So sometimes people will ask you questions and not give you time to answer, and they're draining you. So the more they drain you, the less clarity that you have, and you can't answer their questions. That's called an interrogator. When courage is cultivated, you are aware of your choices and able to pinpoint your most inspired options with accuracy accuracy and ease. And that is true. I use this one a lot when I don't know what to do. I'm like, at any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. And this ain't that moment yet, so I will get there. So let me take a break. Let me go have a glass of water or something, right? Such options may not always match up with the things you want, like beheading a vampire, but they will always give you the exact experiences you need to further evolve your soul, because that's why we're here on planet Earth, right? To give the soul an experience in all of these lives that all happen simultaneously. I know the quantum. So, just make the best decisions that you can as you cultivate courage. And remember, courage is of the heart. Courage, right? The French word for the heart. So that's where you hit the vampire with the stake. A sharpened pencil will do, and really, after you've dealt with the vampires, wooden stakes work on anybody. As you cultivate courage, you are stepping into a new frontier of soul expansion, where life has permission to guide you forward on the fulfillment of your long-awaited destiny. And since you're wrapping something up on the inner and work, and most likely creating something new from a point of view of vocation, this is right on target. This mantra is ideal for breaking old habits, deepening your focus, literally the word written on the 3 of blades, and following your heart. Because a vampire doesn't want you to follow your heart. They want you to follow what they say, what they want, which is rarely healthy. So with all the cards on the table, we will end this with what is called a blessimation. And though I have no idea what's going to happen the moment I hit the record button on this camera, I really have no idea what's going to happen in the blessimation, because I surrender my will completely to the divine when I do this work. Client, YouTube does not matter. And that's what gives me Teflon neck syndrome, or what I call TNS. Please take a nice deep breath. Last time, at least for this reading. Bring in that chi. Still point. May we end as we began. Pantheonic override. I call upon the pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers. May they be blessed with all that they need to fulfill their life purpose in their work, career, vocation, dealing with the vampire archetype, making them aware that someone or something is draining their life force, chi, prana, energy, call it what they want, because they are completing something in their work. Full cycle, graduation, leveling up, but there is a choice. Perhaps they share this information, perhaps they don't. Either way, in any given moment, they will always know exactly what to do. And in their career, they also are chewing on something here, because this completion in their work probably comes as a result of them really completing something in their career, something that they perhaps worked hard for and had some emotional attachment to, that is now overflowing with joy and ecstasy and truly loving what they do. They may not make their money in their career, they might make it in their work, but to each their own, because in their vocation, which feels like the leverage here, they do have the 3 of blades, a focus, perhaps a focus on what they really think and what they really want and what they really choose, because they have the opportunity here to begin anew with the magician, all the tools that they need, a total alignment of the lower 3 chakras to help them move forward in their path, removing obstacles with revelation, which seems it would be more spiritual, mystical power of vocation than the other 2 levels as they cultivate courage, because in any given moment, they always know exactly what to do. And may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to be the best that they can be, fulfilling their life purpose through their work, career, and vocation, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser life, in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world for all of us here on Gaia, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So motivate. And so it is. And by all means, you can have compassion for someone who's vampiric, particularly if they don't know. Perhaps that's how they were raised, right? Like a family of vampires. It happens. Codependency ain't no joke. Codependency destroys. It's deadly. It's lethal to relationships, work situations. If you've ever been in a toxic work situation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why people leave in droves as soon as they get an opportunity. So if you found this helpful, please do hit the like button, the thumbs up. It shifts the algorithm so other people can find this reading. And come on, let's say the less vampires on the planet, the better, right? Don't you think? Yeah, I do. And certainly, if you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe, because I'm not stopping. I'm not monetized on YouTube. So I do this for fun. I do this to reach out to people and to get the energy, really, the words just float on top of the energy. All of this chi and prana is moving through, because I guess I'm the opposite of the vampire. What is that, a giver? I'm a giver. Well, I'm a Virgo, I'm a servant. And if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Malcolm, Patreon. It's just the coolest thing I've ever done in my work, career, and vocation. In fact, one of my patrons is now building my new website. She made business cards. We've really become close friends, and we have a lovely community over there. Remember, my subscribers do get the daily check-in, which is one of my favorite things. We chat about the day's astrology, and we always end with a spiritual practice. They get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s, and there's an awful lot of them. A lot of the extended readings are over an hour, so if you do like detail, like I like giving detail, there's the place to find it. They got all of those, past and present, and I'll get back to making them in the future eventually. But they also get that significant discount when they book me for a private session, either a spiritual counseling or a reading. Sometimes it's both, half and half. We will talk about that in a minute. The digital shop is the coolest thing ever for me. It's a really great place for me to give a discount to my subscribers in particular, but anybody can shop and look at the previews. And certainly you can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. It's the coolest thing ever. So click the link, go look at the menu, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Markangelo Lion. But you can just call me Mal. Meow. And seriously, I love you all so very, very, very much. And if you would like to book me for a private session, I did make a video last year in 2023 before I knew I would be moving up to Saratoga Springs as quickly as it unfolded. And that is called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. I have a new one scheduled. It's going to be called Booking Mal. I keep changing the title each time. But that video for right now will tell you everything that you need to know about booking me for a private session, what I charge, why I charge it, the Patreon discount, how that works, right? What I do, what I won't, what I will, what I won't. And I have to make the new video because I am doing readings at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Phila Street. That's Phila. If you're local, you just contact them. They tell you what days I am available. They book you. They tell me you book you. I come in, I read you, and then I come home and do this kind of stuff. The majority of the work that I do is on Zoom calls. So once I book the client, right before the client, I send them a Zoom link. They come into my Zoom platform and we record the entire thing. So it is a conversation, and they don't have to memorize or take notes. At the end of the session, I send them a link. They download the spiritual counseling and or reading. They tell me they downloaded it, and then I delete it from the cloud because confidentiality is key. I know the gods would strip away all my intuitive skills if I broke confidentiality, and that's why I wear these cords all the time, because they represent the vows that I have made to my gods, and they were blood vows too, and that kind of hurt the finger when I did that. Otherwise, yeah, it's the most important thing I say in that video, and it's the hill I will die on. I've never turned anybody away because of lack of money. I've been there. I know what it's like to have not a cent, but in need of help. And so where there is a witch, there is a way. I am a very well-trained witch, so there is always a way. Even if the discussion ends with they pay it forward to someone else down the line, then that's fine, but we are both in agreement, and then we book the session. So yeah, click the link. You can watch the vid. It's my mom's, I don't know if it's her favorite, but it makes her laugh. And as president of Drawing the Circle Productions, I get to make that call. And seriously, look, everybody deals with vampires, reasons, seasons for a lifetime. I had a bunch of them in my life, but they are all gone. But now that I moved, I wouldn't be shocked if more of them showed up, so that's okay. I got my my Van Helsing merit badge on that, and really, chopsticks are very helpful. You just a little sharpen, not literally, folks, because that's called assault, possibly battery, if they're draining your battery. So thank you so much for watching. I wish all of you the very, very best and the very, very blessed with this revelation, which is sort of a Gemini thing anyway, so hang in there. You got this. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.